really interesting things to tell you about this band. And joining me on Headbangers Ball are Glenn, John, and a new member, David. And we're going to find out more about him in a little while. Now, Glenn, Nuclear Assault have been pretty low profile as far as Europe goes recently. What have you guys been up to?
Well, we've been up to a lot, actually. We've just finished off our old record contract. We just signed a new 6-album deal with IRS Records. It's a multi-million-dollar deal.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It took a lot of time. See, that's what, after the last album, we had this flip-flop deal, and it just kind of didn't work out because we do one record for one label, and then they say, well, the other label's going to get the next record, so why should we bother with it, And we just got sick of that. We finished off our contract. We got a new contract. We pulled in Dave from TT Quick. I did a couple albums with him in TT Quick about 8 years ago, and he's a hot guitarist. Put John out front, and we have a new lineup, and you want to, whatever. A low profile is just because we've had a lot to take care of. Actually, we've been doing a lot of touring in America and getting because we've toured over here like 6 or 7 times, and we've kind of saturated Europe, and we figured it was time to take a break, and concentrate on America.
Tell me what Jem Howard said.
Jem Howard?
Yeah, he told us. Jem Howard was a label manager at Music for Nations, and he even told us don't come back for a while because you've been here too much.
Yeah, we saturated the area completely.
So now you're 5 instead of 4, and is that helping to create a bigger, more aggressive sound? You think?
Well,
it's
John's been playing guitar and singing since the band started, and we've been discussing this for many years, and finally it was just like, well, the only guy I can think of to put in this band is Dave DiPietro. And I called him up from Maine when we were on tour, and I said, Dave, how would you like to join Nuclear Assault? And he just kind of hung up, He's like, now wait a minute, are you serious? I was like, well, yeah. So he came up and he did he jammed 3 songs one night, 4 songs the next night, 5 songs the next night, and all of a sudden it's like, you're in, So it worked out, and now we got John out front, because he's a wild man, John, and he's all over the stage. So now it's Dave and Anthony on guitars. And as I guess you don't know, but Danny's leaving the band and we're getting a new bass player in.
Right, because Danny, I believe, is going off to start up his group, Brutal Truth, who actually have a deal with Earache Records, and they're going to be doing loads of big stuff.
Yeah, their album's already recorded. I think it's coming out in July.
Yeah, something like that. See, we all went through this. We've been together 7, 8 years, We all got the 7-year itch, you know what I mean? Being together, it's like being married for 7 years to the same 4 fucking guys, And it was like, after a while, it's like, look, man, I got to go find another chick for a while, you know what I mean? So I started with CIA. I put out a CIA album, which just something to do. Then John put out JCT, which was something to do. And then Danny did Brutal Truth. See, we didn't take ours seriously. It was just like a side project. But all of a sudden, Danny's Brutal Truth, he's taking this more seriously than Nuclear Assault. So it's like, well, you got to make a decision. So he said, well, I choose Brutal Truth, and we have a replacement for him. And the guy's name is Paul Arnold. Paul Arnold, he's got long blonde hair. He's a hot bass player, real hot, real intelligent, good vocalist,
He's a bass player, singer from At War.
Yeah,
they released a couple albums out here, I think on Road Racer, or Roadrunner, sorry.
Yeah, he's great, and and he's in.
We're looking forward. Really looking forward. I'm looking forward to going into the studio with these guys and trying out this whole new thing, because I did 4 albums with TT Quick. I never got a chance to come over to Europe, and this is great, but it's going to be great to go back to go over to California and do this new record, and it's going to be interesting with the new guy Paul, who we only played with him one time really in Virginia, and but he was great. So we're really looking forward to see how it all sounds now. I think it's going to be really good.
Another thing too, what happened? We had Miles Copeland as our manager, and he was our record label too. So we fired him as management, and then we kind of got the axe because we fired him as management. So as far as the record label, they wouldn't do anything for us. But now it looks like he's back in the driver's seat, and he's very happy with the new lineup, and he's going to supervise the whole recording session, which starts July 27th. So after this, we're doing a few dates in Holland and Belgium, and then Danny's going to make his departure. We're going to throw pies in his face. He don't know it yet, but...
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
And, you know, welcome him, good luck, you know, whatever you want to do.
That's nice.
See, he's more into death metal. We're not death metal, you know. We're not at all, so...
And are you still you're still into the lyrical theme of environmental issues and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah, well, John's the lyricist for the band. John's an incredible lyricist, you know. All the kid does is read and read and read and read and write lyrics, you know. He's a good songwriter.
Going cross-eyed at the prospect of it.
You know, no, he's really good. So as far as the creativity, I mean, like Jim Morrison Jim Morrison was the leader of the Doors, was the writer for the Doors, and it was like, it's kind of like you can't lose the man who's writing the lyrics. You know, as far as the music, it's just become a lot tighter because he doesn't have to worry about playing and singing. You know, he can concentrate on singing his lyrics. Dave and Anthony can concentrate on the music, and now that Paul is making a switch with Danny. I mean, Danny's right there. Hi, Danny. So, you know, Danny, it's just the mutual things. He's into different music, we're into different music, and he wants to go his way, we're going our way, but it's not going to mean that it's just the beginning now with this new deal and everything. So
yeah, it sounds like a new start, and let's wish let's wish Dan the best of luck with Brutal Truth as
Good
well.
luck, Dan.
We are running out of time. Very quickly, do you have an album title?
Poetic Justice.
Good. And are you going to be playing some new stuff on stage tonight here at Roskilde?
We haven't even recorded that album yet. We have written a few songs for it. We might do one new song off it. Did you ever hear of the Out of Order album out here?
Yes, we did.
All right, so we'll do some stuff off of that. We'll do maybe one new song off the new album, which isn't recorded yet. It's called No Time.
Are we going to do No Time?
We're doing No Time.
It's first John heard about it. All right, well, thank you very much for talking to me, and thank you for all that exclusive information.
We'll be back.
Absolutely, and the Headbangers Ball will be back after this next...